One of my best memories as a kid growing up was that my mom would read to us in the evenings. I grew up in a family of 4 children, and when she pulled out her book, we would all gather around her in the living room and lay around, and she would read to us a few chapters. And I remember begging her to keep reading when she got to the end of a chapter and not stop for the night, and trying to get as many chapters out of her as possible. We went through many series this way as a family, and it's one of my fondest memories. And I think it's something that grew me to be a reader as an adult. It's really important for me to read aloud to my own children, and we've always read picture books since they were very, very little babies. But if I was being completely honest, once they outgrew the picture book stage, we stopped reading together as a family. So the last book that I remember reading to my older children is maybe Charlotte's Web, and I think it was like 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, before my littlest was born. So continuing on the tradition of reading aloud and listening to longer stories together has not been something that I've successfully accomplished as a parent. However, I tried something new last month, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. It was actually a reading teacher friend of mine posting on social media about an audiobook that she had just finished and loved that gave me the idea to maybe try an audiobook with my family. But here's the trick. I had to find the right time to do it. And I knew that if we tried to fit that into our evening, it would be too crazy. I knew if I turned on an audiobook when we were home, I would get busy. Oh, I need to move the laundry. Oh, I'm just going to put some dishes in the dishwasher. And I wouldn't really pay attention to the story. And probably my children wouldn't either. And so I needed a captive audience. And my inspiration was that we are a captive audience every morning and afternoon when we are commuting to school. We have about a 25-minute drive to school and home. And sometimes that's not the most pleasant time that we spend together. There's a lot of sibling rivalry and fighting and grumpiness. Try to play upbeat, happy music to help get us in a good mood. But I decided to try listening to an audiobook instead. So I found an audiobook that looked good. It was The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane. It was a mystery. The narrator was really great to listen to. She had all sorts of different accents. The book is set in England, and there were different English accents and Scottish accents. She was really a great narrator to listen to. So I thought, well, let's give this a go. And so I started playing it on the way to and from school. And if I was being completely honest, in the beginning, I got nothing but complaints from my teenagers. So I just want to let you know that you are not alone. Teenagers complain about anything, including change, and they were not happy with the change. They kept whining, can't we just listen to the music? Why do we have to listen to this? They were not on board in the beginning. But I have to say, it only took a couple of days until we got into the story and the mystery took hold. And all of a sudden, they started whining and complaining when I would turn it off when we got to our destination. And then they'd start begging to listen to it a little bit more, or to listen to it at other times. But I'd say, oh, whole family's not in the car. We can't listen to it right now. And they really got into the story. And it only took us about 2 weeks to finish an entire book together. And by the end, we were gasping together. We were laughing together. We were having little conversations about the book. And so I feel really good about finding a time to fit in a story that my whole family could enjoy together. As an ancient civilizations teacher, I have noticed something about human cultures, and that is that every human culture in the world has shared stories together, first orally, and then as soon as there's written language, they write stories down. And there's a reason, because stories are really powerful. Stories are important to the human experience, and stories are a way to bring people together. So my encouragement to you, if you're struggling like I am to find time to read stories together with the people in your life, is to try an audiobook and to find a time when you are a captive audience together. Maybe it's a commute, maybe it's a long road trip, and give it a try. Start at the library website, which is sonomalibrary.org. And then under research, you're going to go to Hoopla Digital. You're going to hit get started. So then you're going to sign up for Hoopla Digital, and you do need an email address and a password. Lastly, you're going to choose the Sonoma County Library as your library to get the service for free, and then enter your library card number and PIN to complete the sign-up process. So once I'm logged in, I can browse for audiobooks. I do want to turn on only show kid-appropriate content, especially if I'm going to have one of my own kids kind of browsing and deciding what we are going to listen to. And this is available on the app as well. This is an interesting one. I might choose this one. Our mentor author this year, Beth McMullen, recommended this one. She said it was really funny. So I'm going to go ahead and hit borrow. And then if I go to my Hoopla, see the books that I've borrowed here. And I would be able to play this directly from my Chromebook. I'm using a Chromebook right now, but I'm going to show you actually how to get this on your phone or so that you can take it with you in the car. In the App Store, you're going to search for Hoopla Digital. Once you open the app, you're going to log in with the same email and password that you signed up with. And then once you sign in, you'll see all of the audiobooks that you have added to your Hoopla are there to be able to listen to. Let me know if you find any great audiobooks. I'm on the hunt for my next listen. So if you have an audiobook that you listen to and enjoy, leave me a comment, let me know, and happy summer reading.